What is up, everyone? Today we'll be taking a look at Kommo-o in the Open Ultra League. This new fighting dragon type is definitely the best newly released Alolan Mon we've had. I already showcased it in the Great League where, well, it was an absolute monster, but I think it's even better in the Open Ultra League, to be honest, because there's less flying types to deal with, or at least like flying fast moves. There's like no Skarmories around, for example. And there's also slightly less fairy. There's definitely still fairy around. There's a lot of charm users, which is why I will be pairing Kommo-o with Talonflame in the lead, because it's just the ultimate charm answer in this league. And then in the middle, I'm running Ludicolo, because it's a pretty good safe switch. You know, it has play versus basically everything. It also covers for Talonflame main weakness to water. Besides that, if I don't see a Charmer in the lead, for example, Ludicolo does a really good job at luring them out. But even though it lures them out, it still has play there because you can Leaf Storm or Ice Beam. And then, you know, you can usually take a shield there. The Charmer is gone after you farm it down with Talonflame. And once the Charmer is gone, Kommo-o can just sweep. That's the idea of this team. Let's just see how we do this first game. We have Talonflame into Poliwrath. This is pretty okay if everyone's called Snogred. I'm just gonna go straight for the Brave Bird, expecting them to maybe no shield, and they do no shield. And yeah, we just take out the Poliwrath here. That's really nice, because that thing can actually be quite a pain for my team. Like it has Ice Punch for Kommo-o, it could have called for Talonflame, and even though I have a Grass type and Ludicolo, my bubbles just do nothing, so I'm really happy to get rid of that straight away. I almost Flame Charge baited there as well, which, well, if I did that, that would have been quite devastating. So, a good move by me. In comes a Giratina, which I instant switch my Ludicolo into. This is actually not a great matchup, but since my Talonflame was debuffed, I didn't want to stay in. I actually do reach another Ice Beam here, though. This is a thick, fat XL Ludicolo, by the way. It's a really high ranked XL Ludicolo. If you don't have one of these, which I would imagine most of you don't have it, because honestly, it's not a great Pokemon. You can run something like a Politoed, a Swampert, maybe even like a Giratina would work here. You want something that is like a decent like safe switch, which I think Politoed, Swampert, Giratina all are. In this open ultra meta, or even like a maybe a Shiftry. Shiftry just doesn't have enough play versus the Charmers to be considered a good safe switch. So I feel like a Giratina, even though it's Dragon, lures out Charmers, but still has some play there. Like they can't. Don't think they can fully farm that. But yeah, anyway, Kommo-o sweep. Let's go. Oh, we have. Oh my, this is a bad lead. Gyarados actually beats all three of my Pokemon. So yeah, this is not great. It has the water for my Talonflame, it has the crunches and the Dragon Breath for my Ludicolo, whilst also resisting the bubbles, and then there's Dragon Breath to just deal with Kommo-o. So this is not great. They also bring an Umbreon into my Ludicolo. And this thing is so tanky. This is a Leaf Storm, one of the most powerful moves in the game, and it just eats it up. Now my attack is dropped. I'm just gonna throw another one though, and it does absolutely nothing. At this point, though, I am really hoping this Umbreon kind of miscounts, though, and doesn't throw their foul play, because they definitely have two now. And, well, I get lucky. They don't throw their foul play. I get to another Leaf Storm. I'm really hoping they shield this at this point. Honestly, I want the shield. If they don't shield, that Gyarados might still sweep me. Though, honestly, Kommo-o versus Gyarados is really not the worst, because they can't really hit me with charge moves. And non-stab Dragon Breaths, they don't do as much damage as like a stab Dragon Tail does. So that's really not the worst, but it's also not great. But they actually switch out there. I was hoping to fully farm down the Umbreon, but I can't. That Brave Bird once here into the Gyarados. Bring in my Kommo. We haven't seen their third just yet, so I'm kind of worried about what it is. So I'm just gonna shield, because I gotta use my shields at some point. Aqua Tail, even though it's resisted, will do like 20%. Put me almost in the red, so I don't want that. Just throw the Dragon Claw before we can get to another one, though. And in comes a Talonflame, and this is really good. Even though it's a flying type, these fire fast moves don't do anything. And no, I just gotta shield up a move, and I'll be fine. They're at 4 Incinerates now, which means they're one off the double Flame Charge. Actually, no, they're at 5, right? I don't know. Well, I have Switcher anyway to catch. That's fine. We take out the Talonflame because my Incinerate luckily did sneak through. In comes Umbreon, which I can just kill with a Brave Bird right now. And it is a GG winning from a pretty horrible lead. You do love to see it. Alright. Walrein Lead. This is a lead I saw so often yesterday when I ran this team. I saw it so often. And it's a very annoying lead to deal with. I always just go Flame Charge first here though. And every single Walrein I faced shielded it. Which is crazy. Every single one. I faced at least like 5 or 6 of these. Maybe more. Every single one shielded the first Flame Charge. And like 80% of them shielded this move. Some let it go though. If they shield it, that's actually kind of painful like my opponent is doing here. But it's fine. I just let Talonflame go there. They're 2 shields down. I bring in Ludi. The problem is though, I have nothing to farm this thing down with. So I'm gonna have to go for a Leaf Storm right here. I will have to take 2 Icicle Spears. Sometimes even 3 Icicle Spears before I can get there. So this Walrein is really putting in so much work. Yeah, this time I take 3 of them. And you know, just gotta hope that Kommo-o can deal with whatever's in the back. Usually with Walrein Lead, there is no Charmer, because that'd be kind of weak against Steel types still. Even though Walrein has some play against Steel types, it's not great. And in comes a Fairy. I was so worried, but it's a Snarl Granbull. That is really good for me. That is really good for both. It's not really good for me, but it's at least not a Charm Bull, which would absolutely destroy me. I can actually manage this. They've now dropped their defense. I don't want to throw my close combat just yet, though, because then my defense is dropped, and whatever they can bring in will probably just kill me. And it is a Giratina, which is okay, but it's actually a Dragon Breath Giratina. If this was Shadow Claw, it would have been much better for me. I'm just going to go for the Dragon Tail right here, hoping I can switch afterwards to catch the move. But no, we actually CMP tie. Oh, man, which means this will almost kill me. Yeah, this will almost kill me. At this point, I got to go for the close combat, but they are not. Their defense is not dropped anymore, which means this won't knock out. And yeah, we're gonna end up losing this match. GG, that's unfortunate. I don't think I could have done anything else. In the moment, I thought maybe I should have thrown my close combat earlier onto the Granbull whilst it was still debuffed, whilst it was still in the match. But if I had done that, I would have just gone Dragon Breath down much faster. So I think that was a loss either way. Alright, next match. We have a Talonflame to a Swampert. That's terrible. Always want to switch into Ludicolo there. You know, usually I say don't switch into your hard answer. And in this case, Ludicolo is my hard answer to Swampert. But this is the exception where you do want to switch in your hard answer. Because Kommo-o is a horrible switch. Because it can just get so hard countered by fairies and by Cresselia. So, yeah, definitely want to go into Ludicolo because it doesn't have that many hard answers. This Cress, I'm actually going to be able to kill this or take a shield here. So, Ludicolo putting in so much work with the triple Leaf Storm. Unfortunately, though, they're going to be able to fully farm me down right before I get to another one. Which means I have a lot of energy for my Talonflame. I don't think this thing is running Future Sight, though. I think in this meta, you should be running Future Sight, but this Crest actually isn't running a Future Sight. It's quite good for me. The Swampert has a Hydro Cannon loaded, so I instant switch into Kommo-o, hoping to catch. They don't throw, though, which is very smart. But still, that's fine. In comes a Lowland Muck, just in case they run Acid Spray, which is kind of weird with Snarl, I know. But I've seen a Lowland Muck with Snarl running Acid Spray. I'm going to no-shield that move. It is a Sludge Wave, though, which is not great. This will put me in Hydro Cannon range. I close combat the Muck, which takes it out. Now I'm definitely going to have to shoot everything the Swampert throws at me, though. I go for Dragon Claw. This is a huge mistake, actually. If I would have just gone for the close combat, I would have killed this thing or brought it incredibly low or taken a shield. Either one would have been fine. Now I'm in a rough spot because actually I'm going to have to throw another Dragon Claw, which requires me to use 2 shields here. And now I'm just going to have to hope this Swampert doesn't have enough energy to reach the Hydro versus my Talonflame, which luckily it doesn't. It spent all its energy throwing those 2 Hydros, so I get to the Flame Charge. safely here, and it is a good game. So it worked out, but I definitely could have played that a little better. All right, another one of these pesky Walrein leads. Yeah, again, just go straight flame charge. Like I said, every single Walrein I faced shielded the first move. Personally, if I was the Walrein, I wouldn't shield there. Even if it's a Brave Bird, you can survive that. And then the Talonflame is forced to switch out, or you get an Icicle Spear off when they're debuffed. Like, I don't know. I feel like a shield there is a weird move. But honestly, it's been working out for most Walrein. I mean, the previous Walrein Lead did beat me, so I've definitely had another one beat me as well by double shielding the lead. So apparently it's not the worst play. I'm really happy this Walrein didn't double shield though. Because if they had, they would have had the Togekiss aligned to my Kommo-o in the back, which would have not been great. Now I get to place my Ludicolo on it, which is pretty good. I can Ice Beam with Toga. This would knock it out if they no shield, and if they shield, I can definitely get to another one. Luckily, there's no shield though, which is honestly the best case scenario for me. Take it out. In comes the Melmetal. I go for a Leaf Storm here. Honestly, useless. Because I could have also just gone a Kommo-o double close combat. But at this point, I do bring it in range where I can probably just Dragon Tail down with 2 Dragon Claws and I'll be fine. And yeah, they know it, so they concede. GG! Alright, Talonflame into Trevenant. This is a pretty... well, this is an okay lead. Trevenant can actually win this matchup if they hit the Shadow Ball. They either have to hit it straight up or go for a Seed Bomb bait. I think most just go straight up Shadow Ball though. Because Talonflame still wins the zeros if you get hit by a Shadow Ball. So honestly, not all of them will shield. So it makes sense to throw Shadow Ball immediately. I do shield that though, expecting that. And, well, we do shield it up properly. And we're gonna have to kill the Trevenant here before they get to another move. In comes a Scrafty now, which is crazy. Clearly, they're not very strong against Talonflame. They go for the move here. Exactly at 7. That could be a foul play, so I'm gonna shield it. Would kill me at this point. Like a Scrafty with a shield is actually quite problematic, even though I have a Kommo-o in the back with, of course, close combat, which would one-shot. The counters would just add up too much. Since I threw a foul play immediately, they're not gonna get to another move before I get to the second Flame Charge. It's really nice. I'm gonna be able to kill this. And then they have a Registeel in the back. Triple weak to Talonflame, and we just sweep the entire team with it. GG. Yeah, you definitely need Talonflame answers in this open ultra meta, everyone. It is incredibly powerful, especially when it gets ramped up. So, yeah, be prepared for it. Giratina Lead, very awkward lead. Very awkward lead. Because all 3 of my Pokemon don't do amazing versus it. And if I Brave Bird Talonflame, I'm gonna get the buff, so I'm gonna have to dip into Ludi. They bring in a Charmer. Like I said, Ludi is really good at luring out the Charmer. But, which seems nice. Which seems nice. Because Kommo-o gets to avoid it now. But what I was gonna say is, Giratina double charm is a thing. Unfortunate. And, well, it's also a thing that absolutely obliterates me. So, I'm hoping that's not it, but I'm expecting it. Which is why I'm shielding this Weather Ball. If I wasn't expecting double charm, I don't think I would have shielded that, but I am expecting the double charm, so I'm shielding that. Switch to the Kommo-o here, and here we go. It's a Sylveon. Look at those charms chunk. Honestly though, they're doing less than I was expecting. Kommo-o is actually quite a bulky dragon. It is significantly more bulky than like a Dragonite, for example, which is quite nice. But yeah. It still gets destroyed by Charm. That close combat also did nothing. At this point, I gotta try to farm down the Sylveon, but they get to a move, and at that point, it is just over. Nothing I could have done, so GG there. Alright, Scizor Lead, really good, but they bring in a Lick Gengar, which is insane. I'm just gonna throw a Flame Charge here, and then I'll switch to Kommo-o because I want to avoid that Scizor with it. It's not a great matchup for Kommo-o. Kommo-o is also quite tanky, so I assume it's gonna survive a Shadow Ball or Sludge Bomb, whatever. Just gonna no-shield this. But they throw a freaking Psychic. They're running Lick and Psychic double legacy on a shiny party hat Gengar. Insane. That is, Psychic is a horrible move on Gengar. Honestly, Kommo-o is probably the only target it has, but it worked out for them. So props to them, I guess. They're also running Shadow Punch, which is another legacy move. They're running triple legacy shiny party hat Gengar. It's a mouthful, and well, a very spicy mouthful at that. So respect to my opponent. Gyarados in the back as well, kind of painful for me. Luckily a sale of Ludicolo here, which is honestly not the worst versus Scizor, especially since it's running Bullet Punch, of course, resisted. They're gonna throw a move here if his Scizor does a solid chunk. Which a Night Slash though, doesn't do that much, but they do get a boost. This is not great, because this means his next Night Slash will likely knock me out. And actually doesn't, but it does put me in 1 Bullet Punch range, which is worse to get a little farm. Luckily though, they don't reach another Night Slash before I can farm down a Talonflame. We'll be able to finish off this Gyarados and finish off this video. Honestly, Talonflame did a lot of work in these battles. I think this video mainly was a showcase of how strong Talonflame can be, but also Kommo-o putting quite a lot of work versus those Steel types, versus those Swamperts, versus those Talonflames. So definitely a Pokemon I can recommend. Definitely expect some more videos on this Pokemon in the coming week, because I really do enjoy it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck with your battles, trainers.